Welcome to another edition of Chris Wrestling Views here on YouTube.com. Well, today I'm going to be doing a review over Raw and how the matches went about, um, and giving my reaction on the, give reaction on the matches. And also, I have my co-host here, Jatori, as well. So we're going to start off with the opening of Raw, where we had Nia Jax come out with Shayna Baszler. Then we had Mandy Rose come out with her tag team partner Dana Brooke. Then we had Charlotte and Oscar come out, and then they stayed on commentary. So they had Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler versus Mandy Rose and Dana Brooke, and Nia Jackson Baszler picked up three. So there's going to be um, possible a rematch somewhere down the line. I'll give it about a couple weeks or so, or I might as well say sometime next year. But that match, it was an okay match, 1 out of 5 stars. I'll give that match I give that match a 2.1. So I'm gonna let Zatori get his view of that match right
Uh, my view on it, 1 out of 5. I give it a 3. I can't say it was technical sound match or wrestling. I can't even say it was a wrestling match because Nia, she's too bulky, and Nia Jax, she's too bulky to be a wrestler. She don't have no wrestling opponents to match up against her.
now. Right.
So that kind of card was kind of unsound sound to have each other to even book. Um, so I'm gonna have to give it a 3. Uh, Charlotte didn't even look like she wanted to be out there, so it made it look like it was predictable that that tag team ain't even gonna last very long.
Right. It's not
So
it's not like a happy tag team. It would have been better if they would have did Dana Brooke and Mandy Rose. If they would have moved them
right,
kind of way before they decided to put the titles on Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax.
even
And that would have
even
been
at the beginning of the show, Charlotte wanted to ask for a title match, for her Raw title to get the title back. So I don't think that tag team is gonna last long.
it won't. I'll give it around the second week or third week of next year in 2021, and uh just maybe they'll win them back, but I highly doubt that they will win the women's tag team championships back. But Nia Jackson, Shayna Baszler, won that match. Is what it is, I guess. Boring, but we gave it a 3, 1, and a 3. Next match they had was Angel Garza versus Drew Gulak. I don't know where Angel Garza came from. I guess they said, "Hey, I need you. Come on, I need you to wrestle tonight on Raw." They they brought this man back, and last time I seen him um, wrestle was when he wrestled Andrade, and gosh knows that's probably been like maybe 2, 3 months ago. The last time, we
Yeah, that was about a couple pay-per-views ago when he before he had that injury.
right. And I remember when what's her name was there, the girl that got fired.
Matter of fact, it was before Hell. It was before Hell of the Cell. It was before
Yep,
Hell of the Cell.
yep, that was in October. And so he faced Drew Gulak, and Gulak, I thought Gulak was on SmackDown for a second. But Angel Garza picked up the victory over that. 1 out of 5 stars. I'll give that match a 1.5. It wasn't no shocking thing. It was just like it was just like yeah, I wouldn't say a squash match. It was just like a match they need to fill in on that card for Raw so they can have um all 7 of these matches that they had tonight. and
Right.
they didn't have nobody
I,
else.
Me personally, I would give it a 2.5 because, like you said, it was just a fill-in match. It was just one of those matches. We don't have enough wrestlers. It's time to call in Garza and Gulak. It's time for you guys to wrestle.
Yeah, but they haven't been wrestling, so they may wrestle. They kind of wrestle like they're wrestling, but it was they probably had a little ring rust in there too. If you pay attention real close enough, I kind of seen it, but it was a whatever match. I wasn't even looking at the
Well,
screen at the
personally,
match.
I think they got some type of storyline they're trying to work with Garza, but I don't think they got no storyline for Gulak.
Right. And with
I think I think I think Gulak's just like some trainer that they got for main event and tr- uh to teach wrestlers. Cause I like they were saying with the announcers, he be helping out wrestlers and cause I don't think he's like that. I don't think he's like that no more.
right, right. But Angel Garza picked up the victory in that match with his finisher maneuver, whatever it's called. But the third match they had on Monday Night Raw tonight was Ricochet versus T Bar. Ricochet, he didn't really put up a good fight like he normally does. He was so looking on the outside of the ring at Mustafa Ali and the rest of Retribution, and he got caught off guard. He got caught off guard big time, and T Bar picked up that victory. This was another match. I'll say 1 out of 5 stars. I would have to give this one a 2.4. It wasn't nothing exciting. Ricochet didn't put up a good fight at all whatsoever, like he did with the other three men of Retribution. So whatever. So T Bar picked up the victory, and we're wondering if Ricochet is going to join Retribution. In my opinion, I think he may join Retribution because he doesn't have nobody, um, you know, to be there, to help him or anything. I don't know where Apollo Cruz is at. I haven't seen him in a couple of weeks or so. I haven't seen him unless somebody. I
He's on
mean,
the other. He's on SmackDown.
oh, he's on SmackDown. Okay, okay. I know I haven't really paid attention, but he's on SmackDown. So
Yeah, yeah, he's on SmackDown. That's why he had to. You remember he had to do that trick with the chair to get uh 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 hurt business not to mess with him no more.
oh yeah, that's right. That's right. Makes sense.
Um, but I think that he's gonna, like you said, I think he's gonna have to do basically the same. See, Ricochet's smart, so I think he's gonna do basically the same thing. I think he's gonna either join Retribution and tear it apart from the inside. Cause
Right.
you notice Masasa Ali ain't is the only one that ain't really has uh fought Ricochet. And he has the most problem with Ricochet. I think he's either afraid to fight Ricochet or Ricochet is the one that can beat him.
Right. Right.
So he really needs Ricochet to join him because Ricochet could beat him.
That's right. Uh,
So if Ricochet beats him, everybody else gonna look at him like, oh, we beat Ricochet, but you can't. So it will probably break up the whole group
yeah. Shoot, man. We're gonna.
because he talks mess to the whole group. So it's kind of like an NWO kind of stuff. You remember when NWO back in the day when Hulk Hogan would talk mess to him? That's how the Wolf Pack formed.
Yep. I exactly remember watching. I remember watching it on YouTube. You know, I wasn't born back then, but I've seen it on YouTube though. It was pretty. It's pretty much similar to that, and so we'll see what Ricochet is gonna do. Maybe next Monday
But as
or
far as the match, I'm gonna have to give it a 2.5
okay.
because Ricochet got beat up so much.
Yeah, he didn't put up a fight like he normally does.
Yeah, this one was kind of odd. He didn't even put up a fight. It's like he was kind of sick or something. I don't know.
Who
But
knows?
he didn't even put up a fight.
Right. Next match we got, which was the fourth match of the show. We had Riddle and Riddle and Jeff Hardy versus MVP and Lashley. This match was a pretty good match and everything. I have to have to give props, to MVP, wrestling, even though he shouldn't be wrestling, but he gets in the ring every now and then. But lastly with that hurt lock, there is, he there is no way that you can get out of that thing. I mean, unless you're Chris Masters. But
Right.
This match, was pretty good. Riddle Hardy put up a good fight. 1 out of 5 stars. I have to give this match a 4. It was one of the it was a pretty good match. I'll say the least. So hopefully Riddle and Hardy can coexist and become an actual tag team, have like a tag team name and all that good stuff. And Hardy can work with Riddle to boost to boost him up, and all that good stuff. So yeah. So what you gotta say about this match?
I enjoy the Hardy Bros. Yeah, the Hardy Bros. I enjoy it. What I didn't enjoy is Corey over there messing it up, talking about it's their first time tag teaming together. This is actually their second time pairing up. The first time they paired up was before the draft.
Right.
So little known fact. Um, and as far as the match, I enjoyed it. You can't get out that lock. That lock, yeah, that was the wrap. As soon as that lock got locked on Jeff,
But have you
so
ever
I'm
no
gonna give it.
oh, go
Go
ahead.
ahead. I'll give it about a 4. I'll give it a 4.
Okay.
I give it a 4 on it was entertainment and as far as style wise, keeping people entertained, wrestling, and booking. It
Right.
was booked in a good spot. So I'm gonna
But
have to give it.
But have you ever noticed that every time when Bobby Lashley wrestles, they always turn the screen gray when he starts bleeding. And I don't think he was bleeding tonight, but I know he still got a scar up on his face. And and it's like Lashley is something serious. I'd love to see him face Lesnar. We can finally see that match, or Lashley versus Roman Reigns, or something like that, instead of having Goldberg and Roman Reigns fight each other. I would want to see I want to see a match like that at WrestleMania or something like, or something in 2021.
Well, I think the reason why they won't book that match is because they know there has to be a winner. They can't have a disqualification, and they can't say, "Oh, well, the Hurt Business going to interfere," and Roman Reigns is a heel right now, and Bobby Lashley is on his little winning streak with the belt. Roman Reigns is on his winning streak as a heel with his belt. If they bump heads, they're both strongmen.
Right.
One has to win. Who you gonna pick to win? So most people gonna say, oh yeah, well Bobby Lashley gonna have to win because he got the hurt lock. Most people gonna say no, Roman Reigns has to win because he got his submission now.
The guillotine.
And then if you pick yeah, the guillotine. Now like I said, because you gotta have now, and they added that because you gotta have two finishing moves now. These days you gotta have two finishing moves. That's why Brock Lesnar came back from MMA because now he had that extra move. Everybody got sick of that spear and that suplex. People got sick of that stuff. You, no, for real, people got sick of that. Oh, you a one move pony.
Yeah.
Everybody got sick of that. That's probably one reason why Roman Reigns stayed gone so long. And he ain't telling nobody. He had to learn something new.
Right.
I know he got made fun of
And
because since the Shield broke up, he can't do that power bomb all day.
yeah, that's a fact. Um,
Because he don't have no tag team partners. Because Stephen Rollins was on one show, and then it was him by himself. He don't got no tag team partner to do the power bomb all day.
right. Um,
He had to come up with another move,
yeah,
and I'm happy to see him with that submission.
yeah. It's pretty
I'm
cool.
actually I'm happy to see him with that submission. Just to be honest.
Yeah. This next match, the fifth match they had on Raw, which was on Jackson Riker versus Grand Metalik. I give this match a 0.1. Because I'm serious. I am so serious because
Oh, bro.
I'm sorry. This was
Go
one of
ahead.
the sorriest matches ever on the card tonight. You already know Jackson Riker. He hasn't really wrestled. I mean, he was on NXT with his two other brothers. You know, the Forgotten Sons.
Forgotten Sons.
Yeah. And so Grandmaster Elite, they just pop him out of nowhere, knowing he's gonna lose the match. So it wasn't even worth it wouldn't even be worth watching that. I'd rather go outside and drive to the store and come back and the match probably be over with and another match probably be over with. So that was a super, super squash match. And it's just a 0.
And I couldn't even give it the name squash match. But for real, it was a squash match. I literally could. At first, I seen Elias, so I'm like, "Oh, Elias is gonna wrestle. I wonder who's gonna wrestle." And then he said, "Oh, my dude's gonna be wrestling." I said, "Are you serious?" So I started laughing. All I could do was laugh. And then I said, "I wonder who he's gonna be wrestling." Then I see old dude coming down with his mask. I said, "Oh my God, they don't have no wrestlers back there to wrestle."
They don't.
I said,
They had to put something together.
I hope they're gonna have both of these guys wrestle this dude.
They should have done that because um they would he was just like roadkill or something. But man,
And then what made it fully crazy? He took off his shirt. This dude totally jacked against the ant. I was like, this is.
shoot, man. Everybody remember Jackson Riker, aka Gunner from TNA.
So he's over there. I'm sorry for laughing at him, but anyway, I give it a 0. I ain't even giving it a point.
I had to give it something.
I
But
ain't being nice as you. I ain't being nice as you. It gets a 0 because that was bad booking. Because they could at least made it a handicap match.
man, something. Let's go ahead and skip that,
That
man.
was just bad booking.
That was
That was just
just
a 0.
that was just pathetic. But let's go ahead and go to the sixth match they had on Raw tonight. Asuka and Charlotte Flair versus Peyton Royce and Lacey Evans. That match, you know,
Hold on. One more comment about that last man. If you
oh,
guys
go
watch
ahead.
our last video, we had a comment about worst wrestlers. That wrestler made our worst wrestler. We say he can't make 15 seconds. He didn't make 15 seconds in this match. It was proven fact. That's why he gets a zero on this match.
Yeah, y'all make sure to check out the other video, top five wrestlers, well, top five worst wrestlers of 2020 versus the top five best wrestlers. So go ahead and check that video out. I'll put it, I'll probably put it over here and let you all check that out when we were doing that video a couple of days ago. So yeah, like we were saying, Oscar and Charlotte Flair versus Peyton Royce and Legacy Evans. It was a good match, but I know Charlotte Flair, I know she was eyeballing Oscar in that women's championship, but they don't want to push it that fast at all. So with this match, it was a pretty solid match. 1 out of 5 stars. I'll give it a I'll give it about a 4.3. Um so yeah.
Um, I feel close to the same. I'm gonna give it a 3.7. Oscar was getting her tail whooped a lot. But Charlotte had to come save the day with the figure eight.
Yep.
But yeah, I'm gonna give it a 3.7,
Okay.
3.8.
Yeah. And not really much said about that match. But let's go to the main event, which was the last match, the seventh one. AJ Styles, The Miz, Morrison versus Keith Lee, Sheamus, and Drew McIntyre. The match was pretty solid, good and all that stuff. Even though toward the end, um, McIntyre got tagged in by Sheamus. Sheamus got tagged in by Keith Lee. Keith Lee picks up the victory. Sheamus bro kicks Keith Lee, and then that's when Sheamus gave Drew McIntyre that look like, if you want to fight, let's fight. So that match right there, 1 out of 5 stars. I can at least give this match right here a 4.8. So it's pretty good. Nothing nothing too bad, nothing too good, but it is what it is. I thought this match was gonna like I thought maybe Sheamus was gonna turn on McIntyre, but it's in the works as you seen this as you'll see the stare off on Raw if you check out the video itself. So
I want to say I'm gonna give it a 4.7. The ending is I'm gonna say I'm gonna say the match is the typical signified holiday, the typical signifying a holiday match. With the Christmas trees and all that.
one more
And
thing, one more
okay, go
thing.
ahead.
Yeah, one more thing. On that match, you didn't really see them use much, but AJ Styles, he had to grab something and hit somebody with it in order for them to start using their weapons and stuff like that. I'm like, what in the world? Why wait until the end of the match? Why didn't do it through the whole match? 'Cause it would have been a whole lot better during at least half of the match, not the whole match, excuse me, but at least half of the match, you
And
use something. But
that's the crazy part. They called it a street match, but the thing is, they really didn't even use nothing until the very end. It was probably like a couple slams through the table and
hits with the candy
thrown through a
canes,
tree.
right?
Yeah, and hit with a candy cane. But like I said, at the end, like it was the ending was kind of weak.
It
But
was.
except when AJ went through the table, he went through the table, but it was kind of weak. But it was more of a joke for the holidays. Uh, but it also was kind of starting a feud between Sheamus and or to leave us guessing for Sheamus and Drew, because Drew uh, vouched for Sheamus, and Sheamus got in Drew's well, Drew got in Sheamus' face. So I kind of think that as my prediction, I kind of think Sheamus is going to say think at why are you taking his back over our relationship over the years, and they're gonna feud.
Right. They're doing it slowly, but
So,
surely that match is definitely gonna happen. I'll give it I give it at the Royal Rumble. They're gonna fight on January 3rd.
right, right.
Um
I think so too.
Another part that we forgot, it was a segment with Randy Orton. He came out talking and said how he burned the Fiend, and then the return of Alexa Bliss with a swing set in the middle of the ring talking, and you know that was a pretty cool segment, even though the Fiend is not actually dead, but the dummy that got burned alive, he's dead though. So so it is.
Yeah, Alexa came back around teasing them about how the Fiend could be around, lurking, lurking in the shadows as usual.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we'll see.
So Randy's kind of scared. So
Yeah.
we'll see what goes on.
Yep. So make sure you all tune in to Church Wrestling Views here on YouTube.com. Make sure that you subscribe, make sure you like, comment, um, and all that good stuff. We'll be Me and my co-host Tori will be doing videos like raw previews, raw reactions. We'll do the pay-per-view ones. We'll do some random wrestling talk on here. Like we did top five favorite wrestlers. Well, we didn't do top five favorite wrestlers. Excuse me. I think we should do that though. But, yeah, top five worst and best wrestlers of 2020. We did that video. I told you all to check that out. It'll
And
be
and if you have any suggestions, we're open to hear them.
Yep. My email will be down below in the description. It should be. And yeah, just let me know what y'all want to hear. Thank you for watching Chris Wrestling Views here on YouTube.com. Thank y'all.